Alrighty, so I've drilled my hole and now I need to cut this material off around the edges before I then go and disc sand it. When we're setting up the coping saw, this is called a coping saw. It's good for cutting tight curves in material like this. This blade's actually on the wrong way, so you need to make sure that these pins are pointing down with the slot along the bottom edge. Now I'm going to unscrew this handle, okay, and that's going to release the tension, and then the blade should just pop out like that. You can see the blade's got little pins through here, and they catch on these little notches. When you're putting the blade in, you want the teeth to be pointing forwards, okay, because these cut on the push stroke. And then I'll just pop that back in, tighten it up. So when you've got it nice and tight, there should be enough tension, and that shouldn't flop around too much. It should be quite rigid. So I'm going to pop this in here. It's always good practice. Well, I find it easy when you're cutting, try to cut down. So you can see what's going on. Alright, so I need to cut. Let me just pop this back a bit. So I need to cut this material off. I'm going to put the saw about here so that when I cut a notch and start cutting, my cut mark's going to be a couple of millimeters outside of that line. Okay, so using my finger just to guide it gently, I cut along there, and that'll give me a little notch. You can see this timber's not very good quality. It's got these big hole in it. So when you're choosing your timber, try to avoid anything that might have blemishes like that. So once I've got that notch, it's actually called a kerf, I can rotate my blade and then cut. Now I'll just move the camera because ideally you want to cut the whole length of the blade, and when you're cutting you don't want to push really hard. You're better off moving the saw faster and cutting with less pressure. And then when you get to near the end of the cut, ease off with the pressure. You could even hold this bit here, and that will just save you potentially chipping it away. Repeat that 4 times.